People love to talk about colonizing Mars, but what if it's already happened? What if humans were already living on the red planet? Would we thrive or just barely survive? Would we build cities on the surface or would we be forced to hide underground? And could we even terraform Mars into a second Earth? Let's find out. Alright, so first things first, getting to Mars isn't exactly a weekend trip. Depending on the positions of the planets, it could take anywhere from 40 days to 9.5 months to get there. And after months in deep space, you'd finally get your first glimpse of Mars. Dry, lifeless, and, well, not really welcoming. But let's say you made it. How would you survive? Well, you would need oxygen, food, water, and shelter. And none of those things come easy on Mars. The Martian atmosphere is 95% carbon dioxide, which means you can't just step outside and take a breath. You would need special machines like NASA's MOXIE, which extracts oxygen from CO2. Not only would this keep you breathing, but it could also provide fuel for a return trip to Earth. And what about food? Mars has no fertile soil, so forget traditional farming. Instead, you'd rely on hydroponics, which is growing crops in a nutrient-rich water solution. But even with that, your colony would only be able to grow 20% of the food you need. The rest, it'd have to get shipped in from Earth. Oh, and if you like fresh steak, tough luck. It's all dried food for you. Your home on Mars would probably be an inflatable, pressurized habitat, or more likely you'd live underground. Why? Because Mars has no magnetic field to protect you from the deadly solar radiation. The radiation levels are 2.5 times higher than on the International Space Station, so yeah, I wouldn't really suggest tanning on Mars. And if you thought winters on Earth were bad, try surviving a Martian winter. On a warm day, temperatures hover around negative 55 degrees Celsius. That's negative 67 Fahrenheit. But at the poles, they can drop to a bone-chilling negative 153 degrees Celsius, which is negative 243 Fahrenheit. And with Mars's thin atmosphere, temperatures can swing wildly within a single week, leading to massive dust storms that clog electronics and make life even harder. And you think walking might be easy? Yeah, you would need to relearn that too. Mars's gravity is only 1/3 of Earth, so expect some bouncy moonwalking action. So what if we wanted to terraform Mars into a habitable world? Well, that would take some serious sci-fi level engineering. Scientists suggest we could import ammonia ice from other planets to warm Mars up, triggering a greenhouse effect. Then we'd extract water from underground ice reserves, creating clouds, rain, and eventually rivers and oceans. But the biggest challenge? Mars doesn't have a thick enough atmosphere to trap heat. Without it, any water we melt would eventually evaporate into space. To counter this, we would need to release a massive amount of greenhouse gases like CO2 by heating up the planet's surface or using giant space mirrors to reflect more sunlight onto Mars. Some scientists even propose detonating nuclear explosions over the poles to release trapped CO2 and create an artificial warming effect. Even if we succeeded in warming the planet, creating a breathable atmosphere would take centuries. Plants would need to be introduced to slowly generate oxygen, and we might even need genetically modified organisms to help speed up the process. Some estimates suggest it would take hundreds or even thousands of years before Mars could fully support human life without spacesuits. So, would you move to Mars? Or would you rather focus on preserving the planet we already call home? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing space content. Until then, keep looking up and I'll see you on the next one.